Something just happened in this draft that most people aren't fully realizing yet, and if you missed this detail, you might be underestimating what this team is about to become. Because this wasn't just about adding players, this was about sending a message. So before we break it all down, hit that like button if you're ready for what's coming. And in the comments, I want to see one thing from the real ones. Bear down. This draft told us everything about where this team is going. And if you're a Bears fan, you should be paying very close attention to what they just did around their quarterback. Because this wasn't random. This was intentional. It starts with Caleb Williams. The message from the front office is crystal clear. They are all in on building this offense the right way. You spend a premium pick on a long-term center in Logan Jones out of Iowa. And that's not just a pick. That's a statement. They want stability in the middle of the offensive line. They want control. They want protection. And then it continues. You add Sam Roche inside the top 75, another offensive weapon who can also contribute as a blocker. Then comes Edzavon Thomas, one of the more surprising selections on day 2, bringing elite speed to the table. 3 offensive players early. That's not coincidence. That's commitment. This team is building around Caleb Williams the same way they did last year, stacking the offensive line, adding weapons, surrounding him with everything he needs to succeed. And if you're watching closely, you can see the plan unfolding in real time. Now, shift to the backfield. DeAndre Swift quietly comes out of this offseason as a big winner. There was real talk about whether the team would move on, especially with his contract situation. But they didn't. No major additions at running back. That tells you they trust the current duo. It's Swift and Kyle Manningai again. Same 1-2 punch. Maybe the workload shifts depending on performance. Maybe the hot hand approach continues. But the message is simple. No replacement is coming. That's a vote of confidence. On the defensive side, Javon Dexter gets something just as valuable. Another opportunity. The team didn't heavily invest at defensive tackle in the draft. They added depth, yes, but they didn't go after a top-tier prospect early. That means Dexter is still the guy. Year 4, year 2 in the system, and now it's on him. Whether it's here long-term or somewhere else, this is his shot to prove he belongs. Braxton Jones is another name you need to watch. There was real buzz about the Bears taking a left tackle early. They didn't. And now, it's his job to lose. He's healthy, back to full strength, and heading into camp as the front-runner. And then, there's Austin Booker. This one might be the biggest opportunity of them all. No major additions at edge rusher, no early draft pick at the position. If the season started tomorrow, he's starting opposite Montez Sweat. You've seen flashes. Now the expectation is production. This is the year he can turn potential into reality. But not everyone came out of this draft in a good position. Cole Kmet is still here, and he's not going anywhere in 2026. But the drafting of Sam Roush changes the long-term conversation. You now have younger, cheaper options at tight end. And with Kmet's cap hit rising next year, the pressure is real. Garrett Bradbury is in a similar spot. He may start the season as the center, but Logan Jones is waiting. And once the rookie is ready, the transition could happen fast. At cornerback, things get even more interesting. The addition of Malik Muhammad creates real competition. Tyreek Stevenson might get the first shot, but if he struggles, the door is open. And for someone like Zay Frazier, this just made the path to a roster spot even tougher. And at linebacker, the pressure keeps building. New additions, returning veterans, and limited roster spots. For players like Ruben Hippolyte, nothing is guaranteed anymore. So when you step back and look at this draft as a whole, it's not just about who they picked, it's about what they're building. This team is shaping an identity. Offense first, quarterback protected, weapons everywhere, and competition across the roster. Now, I want to hear from you. After everything we just broke down, do you believe this draft truly puts the Bears in position to take the next step this season? Or are there still too many question marks? If you're riding with this team and you believe this is finally the moment things start to turn around, go ahead and smash that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in. Because you already know, we're breaking everything down every single day.